All right, today we're gonna make some air fryer chicken nuggets, ground chicken, cornflakes, bunch of other stuff. So for this, I'll be using my Cosori TurboBlaze air fryer. I believe that's what it's called. Fun fact, here's a Poppyism for you, right? Because I'm way too honest on this channel. I did a deal with them a while back to do a video showing off their air fryer. Geez, that must have been 6-7 months ago at this point. My original concept for that, and actually what I filmed, was making these chicken nuggets, and they turned out fantastic. They wanted the video to be more about the product and less about the recipe, so I went with their vision, and the video didn't do so well. Felt kind of bad, but if you ask the chef to cook, let him cook, right? I'm not a chef, I'm an amateur. That was a metaphor. So today, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna use that air fryer. I love that air fryer. I'm not being paid to tell you this today. I'm going to make these nuggets that I've made a bunch of times in that air fryer that helped me fall in love with it, and I fell in love with this recipe. I'm friends with one of the local home chefs here. Her name is Slice of Jess, and this is one of her recipes from her website, full of recipes. I've only made this so far, but it's fantastic. I'm sure the other stuff's good. Link in the description to that recipe if you want to follow along, and the air fryer if you want to see what I'm cooking in, along with anything else I'm using here today. So for this, we're going to need 1 slice of sourdough bread, 1 cup crushed cornflakes, you're going to need a teaspoon of garlic powder, teaspoon of paprika, 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of dried minced onions, you're going to need some heavy cream, 3 tablespoons of that, you need a pound of ground chicken, you're going to need 3 tablespoons of melted butter. You're going to need some sauces to dip your nuggets in. Obviously, I went with some ranch and some chicken finger dipping sauce. You need some grated Parmesan cheese. So first, we're going to be mixing the sourdough bread with the heavy cream and all the seasonings in a large bowl. Again, follow the recipe, but we're going to get our bread in there, 3 tablespoons of heavy cream, the teaspoons of all those seasonings. We're going to put a little more cream in there because there's never really enough with 3. I haven't figured out the perfect mix yet. Get that all kind of mixed together. Once the bread's soaked for like a minute or 2 and it's kind of mushy, you're going to mush that together into this weird, bready, mushy blob. This is going to be the base for the chicken. I don't know the perfect way to do this, but you're going to see the goal here is to mix this perfectly with the chicken, which I haven't achieved, but I've come close enough and it's good enough. Next, it's time to mix in the ground chicken. Now, admittedly, there's no graceful way to do this, but you're really just going to start combining that gently, as Jess says in the recipe. And you really just want to get a fine mixture of everything together. It's hard to show me filming that here, but we're going to work it together. It starts to go together just immediately. You really got to get in there with 2 hands, so give me a second here. And eventually you will have this bowl of chicken bread mush that will be the base of our nuggets. Looks weird, sounds gross, I promise it's fantastic. One tip I might give you, I just did it all at once there, but if you incorporate the chicken little by little, I think you get a better mix. Experiment with it, see what works for you. Recipe calls for a cup of crushed cornflakes, which is just now occurring to me that you're supposed to crush them and then fill a cup and not the other way around, which explains why I never have enough. So I always do more than you're seeing in this video, but I put them in a little Ziploc bag. I hit the mallet on them, crush them up nice and fine. Then you're going to mix in your Parmesan cheese. That's a 1/4 cup grated Parmesan. I just kind of stir that together to get a nice little mix going. If you wanted, you could throw some other spices here. If you want them in the breading, get creative. Who knows? It's chicken nuggets. It's not that fancy. Have fun. Then you're going to need an egg. Go ahead and whisk that up. I use a little fork in a bowl. Works pretty well. You know how to whisk an egg, I assume. Google it if not. Don't look at me. This is probably kind of wrong. This is 7th grade home economics at work here. 6th grade or something. I take that back. I whisk a damn good egg. Little fork action, side to side, up, down, yeah. Get your little manufacturing line going with your bowl of chicken, your egg, and your mixture of cornflakes and Parmesan cheese. 2-handed process here. Hand 1, you form the little balls of chicken, right? You're gonna dip that in the egg. Once that's coated in egg, drop it into the bowl of mixture. Then with your other hand, hard to show you a one-man show here, you kind of roll it around, get it covered up. Just enough of that breading mixture, and we have our nugget. Drop that in the air fryer basket. It's really up to you what size you want to make these. If you go too small, you're not going to be able to fit them all in your air fryer basket. But if you go too large, then they're not really nuggets anymore, I guess. But they're still good. It's really up to you, and you probably get a variety of them no matter what. So small, big, whatever. Definitely make sure you have enough of that mixture. As you can see, I ran out towards the end, so some of those nuggets are a little bare. Next, and this does make a difference, we're going to want 3 tablespoons of butter. Warm that up in the microwave, get it nice and liquidy. Baste that onto the nuggets in the air fryer. Coat them all. You don't have to get them too loaded, but whatever seems right, whatever you have enough butter for. Once these guys are covered up, you're ready to put them into the air fryer. We're going to stick that into our Cosori air fryer, power that on. We're going to do an air fry at 400 degrees, 10 minutes, hit play, and off she goes. We're going to stop about halfway in, just pull the basket. You're going to see they're looking nice and golden brown. We're going to go ahead and flip each and every one of them the best we can. Once they're flipped, I like to give them another coat of butter, because why not? You can see those nuggets at the bottom really needed that browning. Put it all back in, finish it off for another 5 minutes. And when they're done, we're going to take them out and see that they are a beautiful golden brown little chicken nuggets that we made ourselves. How fun. Let's take them out and give them a taste test. So I really want to try this Marzetti Simply Ranch. It sounds good. It's low on calories, yet it doesn't have like artificial sweeteners. It just sounds kind of healthier and natural. Bought it a few days ago, and it expired at the beginning of the month apparently, so that's Food Lion for you. But it didn't expire, it was Best Buy. It was Best Buy October 1st. Don't mind that today is October 21st. It'll still be good. Maybe not its best. It's incredibly sealed. It's gonna be just fine. Voila. This actually looks like a fantastic buttermilk ranch. Ooh. I'm excited. And voila, we have our scratch-made air fryer nuggets with our side of ranch. Who doesn't want that? Adults, kids, let's give it a shot. Here's one of the more reasonably sized nuggets, cooked properly, dippable. That ranch is outstanding. You can see the inside. I kind of mentioned that if you had the breadcrumbs, or rather if you didn't take off the crust, you'd have a few breadier bits, and that's okay, but you can kind of see that there. It's really good. It doesn't even need the ranch. We seasoned it well. That alone gives it a nice flavor, but we put the butter on there, so if you didn't want a sauce, that's enough flavor on its own. So these are easy to make. They're delicious. I think kids would find them fun. I don't have kids, despite me calling myself Poppy here. You can get a little creative with the seasoning, make it spicy. You can put some other stuff in there, whatever sounds fun. You know exactly what went into your nuggets, unlike if you go get something from McDonald's or some weird processed chicken nuggets. Kids will like these because it's a similar texture, and they taste really good. I'd rather have these than like chicken McNuggets or pretty much any fast food nugget. These are great. I didn't expect them to be so good when I made them, but this is probably the 4th time I've made them now. Even the ones I didn't have enough cornflake mix for, still tastes pretty good after the butter and the dip. Link in the description to Jess's recipe. I recommend you give them a shot. You can use any air fryer, but I love that one. I've loved the Cosori one, so link in the description to that too. Helps the channel if you check it out. I appreciate you watching. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. Let me know what else you want to see me make in the air fryer. I want to spend more time in this kitchen. I'm trying. I'm bad at lighting, but we're working on it. It's all a work in progress. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you.